Yeah, let's.
So who is going to recap?
Like we mostly tried not to die last time.
Yeah.
And
Was quite
we
the
abandoned
experience.
Zippy. We have to avenge him.
Yeah, I think we have to avenge him.
Sacrificed himself.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Let's see. We started. We were fighting a warlock and his imp familiar. We were able to defeat him, and then we found the delirium shard in a giant rock. Jonathan threw it on his back and raged his way to carry it out. We decided to try to sneak out through the bottom right-hand exit, but Phelan and Zippy discovered that the Rat Prince was up there. So Zippy came up with a plan to lead them to the north, then we would go to the south. It didn't quite go as planned, because instead of the Rat King going north, Zippy was joined by just the minions, and the Rat King stayed there. Fortunately, we were super sneaky. We snuck out the bottom with our saved individual, which we then escorted her, after waiting 10 minutes to see if Zippy showed, the rendezvous point. He did not. We went to their hideout, which I don't have my notes up, so I don't know the actual name of it.
The Hooded Lanterns?
Yeah, the Hooded Lantern. They're
We went to Shepherd's Gate.
Yeah.
Which is where their stronghold was at. There's that.
So we walked there, and then she froze, and then a bunch of them walked out of thin air, it seemed. Checked us over, escorted us in. We met their leader. We took a short rest. We talked, and then we decided, or at least it was Tristan was pushing to not take a long rest and instead head back to try to catch the woman from the academy to deliver our magic rock. That's a no details, rough high points description.
Yeah. I mean, those are all the parts that I think I got. We met Commander Lieutenant Grandpa Dad, who was very relieved to have what's her name? Winona Petralang.
Yeah.
To make it back.
Hey.
Whilst bearing no resemblance to one another, like morphologically, perhaps it was an adoptive sort of scenario, is what we're kind of sussing out or feeling. Yeah, we did learn that the Hooded Lanterns are a bit more capable than we were led to believe by the blacksmith and the humbug around the beleaguered town, which I guess they're kind of that they might have misgivings too if they're like they don't do shit for us. That kind of makes sense, but they're busy with their hands. Their hands are full fighting rats.
They have a hideout where you can, I guess, take long rests within the city center, which is, we were told previously, was not possible. We're able to seal it somehow.
But that requires the oath from one of us, I think, which we were very cagey about signing on for. So much so that I think we turned away the hot in a cot. I think perhaps foolishly, game mechanically, but if we're getting back to another place where we can have a sit down anyway.
Petra had warned us that the Amethyst Academy often promised but didn't deliver, so she warned us to be wary of rain or whatever other form of water the person is offhand. River, there we go.
Aqueous the Magnificent. I'm standing by it.
That she hinted, or was that the effigy that we came across, they hypothesized is maybe contributing to the rattling problem and maybe worth going back to destroy.
Oh, yeah.
What was contributing to the rattling problem?
That weird effigy that we found.
The demonic.
The mud.
And rat poop. And
rat
sticks.
poop. Okay.
It's definitely the demon rat prince who's like got him under his thumb, which I mean, we're all above. We already know we're going back to commit a rat genocide, right? We all agree on that.
Oh, we've got to
We have to avenge it.
avenge.
Yeah.
We'll drop this big rock off to a river, and then be like, I gotta go see a man about some murder. And
Yep.
Okay. So let's start by showing you one of the new modules that I have for this week. You rescued Lieutenant Petrolane.
ooh,
See here on the screen.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's a slick show. That's a slick.
Mhm.
You did. You were introduced to her father, quote unquote, Lord Commander Elias Watson, which is this guy right here. Something fell. I don't know what it did. But anyways. And don't forget, I don't have River second. That's the problem with this thingy here. It's I used to have the NPCs on journal notes, and for this module to work out, I have to have them as character sheet. So let me grab River here. Okay, now I can show you River on the same thing.
Slick.
Oh.
Yeah.
fancy.
The idea, I saw someone commenting that this reminds them of like those relationship games. I don't know what the name.
Oh.
The visual novels.
Yeah,
Visual
exact.
games.
yeah. You get that like I was a teenage exocolonist sort of vibes from it for sure.
We can even do stuff like this, and then when Jonathan is angry, we can do this. And when Winston is happy, we can do this.
Oh, there we
What a beaut.
go.
So good, so good.
The simple things.
Yeah.
And
So that's where we ended last time. Now you have seen Shepherd's Gate. You have seen that it's one of the places where the Hooded Lanterns manage to spot, over, conquer, and they still maintain. Even though you have heard different perspectives on the Hooded Lanterns, at least here inside of the city, inside of this dangerous landscape, you can see that they live up to their name listing here. The Shepherd's Gate is very well organized. All the soldiers, all the guards are they look very capable, they look very dutiful. So I don't know what was your first impression on them, at least in Amberwood. You would say that this looks more of like a capable unity, a capable. You can't say it's an army. They don't have the numbers, but you say that it's a force to be reckoned with. And you know for a fact that there still is the Drakkenheim garrison, which is located inside of the city proper. Let me just make one correction. We could say that it was a hearing, maybe you heard something and you interpreted it wrong. The place where the soldiers and the Hooded Lanterns can long rest inside of the haze is in the garrison. It's a building inside the city, not the gate. I'm pretty sure it was my fault. I misread it in the book, or I misquoted when we were playing. But I just want to make this correction now. This is the true information, okay?
So it's somewhere in the city. We don't know where it is.
Yeah, and if someone will probably let you know that you're not allowed. They not in the garrison and not anywhere. During your time in the gate, when you brought Petra and you probably heard something from people talking around you, you know for a fact that one of the objectives of the Hooded Lanterns in this gate is to not allow adventurers, explorers, anyone to go inside of the city, inside of the wall, for their own protection. You know that there are factions, you know that there are different goals, so you would interpret it as also a political strategy, not allow their enemies there is to go inside to acquire some knowledge, some item. Because you know that there are relics from the past, no one created yet. But the official statement
Wait,
is
so the hooded lanterns are trying to keep everyone out of the city?
everyone that they can, they try to.
Okay.
They are the closest to a law enforcement, both in Drakkenheim and in extension to into Amberwood as well. They are the closest to a police force, and they
Trying to keep these looters from
yeah.
getting into our city.
Hmm.
But it's for their best interest, though. Like, it's very dangerous here. It's we're protecting the border from having their jobs taken from inside.
And
Maybe.
also,
Let's not put words in their mouth, but
you could say also that they don't want anyone to get contaminated in the city and then go back to civilization and become a monster there
Yeah.
and
quarantine line. I
Yeah.
like it. It's the responsible thing to do.
they could give you like 3 or 4 reasons that are actually valid, and you can also interpret there are more reasons that are more selfish. So yeah. I don't know how you guys look in terms of hit points and resources, but if you haven't, you can take a short rest here. I would say that they offer you a healthy and hearty meal, so you can. I'll give you. What is the chef? Again? Say that someone in there is a chef, so they can guarantee you some more. I think it's temporary HP, short one, right?
I think
Yeah,
we took a
it's,
short rest last time.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like we all did.
Yep.
Dalen,
And I
Elder,
definitely
Tristan,
did.
Jonathan. Yeah.
I used my feet to give everyone max rolls on their
Mhm.
hit dice.
And I used
Mm.
mine to give everyone inspiration.
Oh, awesome.
Forever. So I think we're all looking very healthy. I think resource-wise for Tristan and I think we're pretty low on spells, but yeah.
Yeah.
That
I
is
mean,
all
I
I'll
did
say.
magically get another second level spell slot, but yes.
It's true. It was good soup, man. It was.
Yeah. I'll remember the hospitality of these hooded lanterns.
But if you want to give us temporary HP, I'll take it.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's say that it's.
Called it a beef stew.
Yeah, they served you well. They managed to get you something good and also some quality ale. So let's say you all get 5 temp HP
Oh,
on
sick.
top of what you are already.
That's a big deal for me.
I mean, that's a second level spell slot, baby, right there.
Beautiful.
I like it. Hearty and hail soup, but thank you for the hospitality, folks. We actually really should be going here. You guys got stuff to attend to. You don't need to be waiting on us or watching us closely for anything. We'll mosey our way out of here. What do you think, guys? What do you think, gang? Yeah.
Aye, aye.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of nods. All right. So we're just gonna. Should we just walk through? Is there like a passcode that we say? Is it like? And Veldra tries to make a series of hand signals, maybe.
Mhm.
And Jonathan thinks she's trying to do sign language and thinks she looks like a very unintelligent.
One of the guards on the entrance of the gate nods to you and says, "Okay, hope you enjoyed your time here, and thanks again for rescuing Lieutenant Lang. And stay out of trouble. We will keep our eyes on you."
Perhaps next time we meet, we'll bring you the head of the Rat Prince.
Well,
I think Petra mentioned she might be interested in such a relic.
I really hope we get to them before you guys do.
Well, the realm will be safer regardless, I'm sure.
Perhaps we'll get there at the same time. More hands make easier murder.
Yeah. Community coming together. Here we go. We'll keep this place safe.
Well,
We're
yeah,
all.
we'll see. Okay.
Veldra's gonna lean over to Tristan and be like, "I think I did put it a little too thick. I think I did it too thick. Was it too? It was
You
probably
did.
too thick."
You did wonderful. Well, we should move on. Like,
Okay.
and
okay.
I'll nod to Jonathan that we should move on, and I'll sign before Veldra keeps talking.
Yeah. So long, brothers in protection of Drakkenheim. Fare thee well.
I nudge you forward towards Jonathan.
May your arrows find their mark and your
Jonathan-
blades.
Jonathan starts walking and gives Veldra a death dagger eyes.
Name for a song. Okay, they allow you to exit gates, but you see Octarine Knight embraces you that you are out in the open again. Oh. Hopefully nothing bad will happen to you on your way back, right?
Indeed.
That's
I just ate beef stew, so bring it on.
Ready for anything right now.
Yeah.
Okay, first of all,
How long is the? Oh yeah.
yeah, the trip, it should be on your to find your way out of the haze. You will need at least 1 hour traveling. It could be more depending on how stealthy you want to go. Could be an additional half an hour, and then you would still have like 2 or maybe 3 hours between on the road between Drakkenheim to Ember, which is safer.
So is it? I know we took a little detour. Do we still feel like if we went back to the windmill, that it would be within the time frame that rain would still be there, or the river would still be there?
I don't remember. Did she told you to meet her back in the mill, or?
No, because I think she left right after she gave us the.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Like her and her golem
She
stomped
wouldn't.
off.
She wouldn't
Yeah.
hang in there for longer than she.
Yeah.
Talked to the
She wanted pancakes and syrup and such. Her fancy hotel.
You'll probably meet her back in Ember.
Okay.
So, to Emberwood,
To Emberwood.
are you going at a normal pace, at a fast pace, or are you going very slowly, very stealthy, keeping your eyes open, avoiding danger?
Tristan
we all know
100%
what
is
Jonathan
taking.
would do, so You guys
Tristan's
answer.
taking his lead from Jonathan because you're my big brother. You're whatever you do, I'm down. I'm in. Tristan is internally beating himself for being a coward in the cave, so he's trying to just follow him.
I mean, Jonathan's full speed ahead. That's how he rolls.
Yeah, I don't think Thalen does anything to slow it down.
Veldra probably starts with like being like, okay, if we go this like that sand, that will leave footprints, but we've got cover along here if we go, and then like you guys are like 30 yards ahead. Veldra just, holds on to her belt and. Yeah, good pace. We'll be there soon. That's good. I like it.
Very soon, we have more food to eat.
I'll be like, keep an eye out, and I'll do a little guidance on my spectacles, my non-existent spectacles.
Okay, so I need you all to roll a d6.
6, boom. What's up, 6 gang? Let's do this.
Wow.
Whoa!
I hope that's good. Not terrible.
Fire breath recharges.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Wait,
dog.
did mine not roll?
Yeah,
I
it doesn't show here.
Okay, I'll try again.
Whammies, no whammies. Hey, there we are.
Once we were playing with another group. I was playing a game where they were facing demons and fiends and creatures from the 9 hells and whatnot. And we had a house rule that any time 3 different dice rolls 6, one after the other, a demon would spawn independently of the situation. So we had 6, 6, and 5. It was very close, very close.
Yeah.
Putting that house rule right now. No, just kidding.
That,
This superstitions come to pass.
that is an amusing house.
But yeah. Luckily for you, seems like the roads, streets of Drakkenheim, Dark City, the ruined former capital, the realm of Westamar, are quite calm. You don't hear the squeaky noises of the ratlings. You don't see the shambling other. You, at first, you could see that it was you depended on stealth and subterfuge, but there are a couple of minutes you noticed that you could walk, talk in a normal volume. It seems that you were quite alone and brought the sentiment of solitude as you. There was one fortunate finding, or you moved around the corner and you took another, because of the place where you were, you took another street that you don't normally go to in your ways in and out of the city, and you saw an old tavern that it's even more it's not as destroyed as the rat's nest you went to the last time. It's actually quite normal. You wouldn't say that it isn't ruined by the time, by the effects of the haze, but it's almost intact in its structure. You see that the door is slight open, and almost shining in the middle of the darkness, almost calling you to go grab it. You see a box, a wooden box with 6 bottles, what looks like a high quality wine. On top of the bars, on top of the bar of this old destroyed tavern. You look around, there's no one around in the streets, there's no one hiding inside of the tavern. There's just a wooden box with 6 bottles of wine. Will you go take a look at it, or will you leave it? What do you do, guys?
I mean, we looked around, right? Like, I didn't see anything. I mean, it's nice that it's all fanned out, that we can count how many bottles are there.
Who likes the finer things?
Yeah.
Sounds
I
like
mean-
a Tristan thing.
Yeah. How far away are we from this? Are we kind of like out of sight from the bar?
It's I would say it's like 15-20 feet away from you that you can see it.
Okay.
Because it just caught
Jonathan's
our
gonna
eyes.
say,
right?
Yeah.
Tristan, I see some fine wine in there. I think you might enjoy that. Shall we? Doesn't look like there's anyone around. I don't hear anything. Should we get you some fine wine? I think it would be a great addition to your cooking.
Well, let's see the vintage, and I'll turn, and my eyes will flare, and there'll be a whoosh of not wind but mist, kind of ripples through, and then like a hand forms out of the ripple of mist and grabs one of the bottles and lifts it up and kind of turns it so I can see what the bottle is. If I can read them. Do I recognize what type of bottle it is?
It's elven wine, more than 100 years old. It's not only because of it's expensive, not only because it's rare, but it also functions almost like a potion of sorts. It's, as far as you can tell, it's in perfect condition. It doesn't. You take out the thing and you smell it, and it's same smell. It doesn't look contaminated or anything. And you know that it's valuable. You could sell it, or if you drink it, it can cure the poisoned condition.
Okay.
Almost like an antidote.
Tristan, you can tell on his face, he looks very confused that this wine would just be sitting here. But looking around and not seeing anything, he'll do it again and cause another ripple, and another hand will form out of the wrist and bring it back. And this time he'll hand it to Veldra. And then he'll do it again and gives one to Jonathan and one to Thalen. And is still just eyeing the door, unsure why it's there. If it's on the doorstep and we could see it, do you think it's worth looking any further into it, or should we just take this boon and get the hell out of this cursed city?
Rewards come to people who do good things, and we've done a great thing. I think we are deserving of this, but as much as I am a fan of getting drunk on the road, this is probably the least hospitable place for us to do that. And perhaps if we bring this back to Embervale, we could, there's enough bottles for each of us, and then maybe we could share some with some other folk. We could maybe loosen some lips back home. See what secrets they spill.
And we always know where it is if we want to come back and grab another. See if they have any other alcohol. I think that's why it's Ultra.
I mean, clearly this trap just refurnishes itself with the bottles. I
mean, but I will be turning to Jonathan again, still staying in the shadow of my BV projector.
So you grabbed 4 of the bottles.
Yeah, I
3.
lifted because there were 4 bottles in the crate, correct?
There were
Ariel?
6.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay, then I'll grab the other 2.
And Jonathan's gonna give him the look of like, hey, get those other ones.
keep missing.
And I'll do it again. Get 2 more bottles.
A little.
And Jonathan is going to take the other bottles since he can carry more.
And you're the one who gave me the steely eyes.
I drink more.
Yeah. It makes sense for you to carry. That's pretty heavy, You mind the placement of them next to the enormous stone delirium piece? But yeah.
All right.
Perfect.
Okay.
Alrighty.
Well, let us move on. We've got our delicious wine. I can't wait to taste this in a stew.
Most certainly. Let me take the front. I'll go up front and I'll kind of check ahead of us just to make sure that the road is clear, and I'll get a couple. How much is a league? I'll get ahead of the group and focus my attentive, scholarly eyes along any path that I see.
Perfect.
Looking for ne'er-do-wells.
What is Thalen doing on this as we're walking?
He is highly suspicious of what is going on and kind of on high alert after acquiring the wine, but does not say anything verbally.
Okay. Are you staying near Velja, or are you... Because Tristan is going to try to go next to Jonathan to start talking to him. I don't want to know how.
Kind of hang back and kind of cover the rear.
Okay. So Tristan will sidle up to Jonathan and it's like, Jonathan, are you feeling okay?
Feel kind of strange.
Are you becoming more corrupted? Are you becoming like me? I saw the magic. I saw you erupting from your axe.
Yes, that was quite strange. I feel off. I don't feel quite myself. Got to get rid of this.
So now we're both cursed. We should talk to the druid. Maybe she can help us understand this. And maybe if we're both going down this path, it might be worth speaking to those lunatics. We may be becoming more involved in this delirium. That holy man or that zealot had a peace in his heart and was still alive. Perhaps their secrets will be useful to us to keep us from following in the path of Nora.
But we don't know how long he's had that. He may be on his way there now.
That's true. That's wise. Speaking of Nora, you said that Thalen had the note from Nora. He seems like a good companion. We should figure out what it is he wants in the city.
A mystery man makes me think of a song.
Well, let's hope it's a good song. I know if Nora owed him a favor, then we'll definitely then I trust in whatever his purpose will be. But perhaps when we get into town, you can speak to him. You've been fighting alongside him. Perhaps you've built a rapport.
He's definitely trustworthy. I know that.
Okay. Well, maybe over beers you can ask him what it is that we're helping him with.
I will. Or this elven wine.
I can't believe this vintage was just sitting there. With all the adventurers in this city, I thought they would have looted everything of value. And then with that, that's all I wanted to say to Jonathan. The rest of the way, I'll just, unless Jonathan wants to say something to Thalen or to Tristan.
No, but since Jonathan feels safe and has been thinking mystery man, he breaks out his flute and starts playing a little mysterious jazzy tune. And he thinks of it as Thalen's theme song now.
The rest of the way goes uneventful. You see that it's almost as if what you did, rats, but had some impact on the ecosystem, the mutated, contaminated these parts. You manage to exit the haze and breathing deep the pure air, the outside, yet again. Maybe even thankful that you manage get out in one piece. Travel. You walk again for around 2 to 3 hours on the lonely and empty roads. Almost no vegetation, absolutely no animals, nothing that could beauty the view. It's a very dark and monotonous walk. But you are back in Emberwood. As you see Emberwood from afar, what is it that you want to do first?
I think we
We've
want to
been late in the
unload
day.
this. Yeah, that's a good question.
Yeah, we'll get rid of the rock, right? Should we to the Red Lion Inn, perhaps?
See if she's still up.
Yes,
She'll accept us.
this is quite heavy end. We've gone quite a long distance. I'm ready to unload this.
Also, out of curiosity, how are you carrying it, Jonathan? Like, what's it look like?
Didn't we get like a wooden plank or something?
Yeah, plus during the short rest, Tristan chipped off, detached the actual delirium from the rock.
Oh,
At the end of
okay.
the last
That's
session.
Yeah, I had in my notes that it's only about 2 pounds. It was in
Yeah.
like 50 pounds of
It was
rock, and
Oh.
it's
Yeah.
been extracted since.
that's right.
Excellent then. I
Okay.
was like, should I throw my cloak over this thing? Because don't worry, just transferring $1 zillion worth of. Okay.
Yeah.
Never mind then. Okay.
Yeah, it's probably just wrapped in a cloak or something.
Okay, yeah, that is one of the questions I had. If you would enter the village showing that you had such a delirium,
Oh
or
no.
if you would try to
Oh no.
it's inevitable that even though you try to be as closed as you are, that you draw attention. The eyes, especially of those in the caravan court, those merchants, and especially of those that look like the adventuring type. People wearing armor or leather, carry weapons. They all look suspiciously. The four of them. Maybe they do not know for sure. They thinking of the possibility. The very least. So you said you were going directly towards river, right?
Tristan would say we should let's avoid the thieves. What's the thieves place?
The skull and sword.
The skull and swords. Like let's get a wide berth from there until we offload this rock.
Perfect.
Prudent decision.
So you go straight towards the Red Lion Hotel. I believe you will ask for River, right? So
Correct, yes.
you are well received. They ask you to wait in the guest room, and some 10 minutes later, River walks. She looks professional as always, but you can see that she has a little smile. Someone that's satisfied of a job well done. She gladly walks towards you and says, "See that you are all alive and unharmed, as it seems. So, what did the hint, the lead, was it true? Tell me everything."
It was a fair bit more complicated than it always these things kind of turn out to be. But we are not without ample resources ourselves, and valor, and the metal, steel will of my compatriots, and we have this to show for it. And I gesture to Jonathan to see if what he shows. Handful of rat teeth.
Yes, yes.
Got these.
Do you bring?
And Jonathan looks to Tristan and says, "Linsign, should I hand it over to her?"
And I'll nod. Tristan will nod.
And so he takes the cloak out of his backpack and hands her the cloak. He doesn't unwrap it.
You can see that you put it on the table, or you are just holding it.
It's wrapped up in a cloak, so I'm just holding, not actually touching it, but just like holding the edges of the cloak and handing it over to her.
She waves her hand on top of it again without touching it, and stays for a few seconds. It's a large piece, but I'm glad the lead was correct after all. I want to buy that from you.
Of course, right? That was the plan. You contract work, we do it, and are compensated via currency of the realm, as it were. What are you prepared to pay for it?
I recall more than currency. I recall an offer of information as well.
Correct.
And Thalen kind of like puts his hand up over the delirium, kind of, slowing Jonathan's offer of it.
And I'm glad to stay true to my word. Jonathan, if you want to leave that to me. She casts a spell. She casts Stencer's floating disc, so you can see a platform, magical nature, forming right in front of you, and she gestures you to drop the delirium crystal on top of the floating disc.
Jonathan is going to kind of like gingerly empty the cloak so that the delirium will land on the disc.
Is anyone watching us? Is there anyone in the room that we're in, or is this a private location?
No, you're not. You are in the common dining room of the hotel.
So
there-
before Jonathan can do that, Thalen kind of like puts his hand on the cloth and says to River, "Do you have somewhere maybe more discreet that we could do this?" And he's kind of shifty, looks over his shoulder, kind of very cognizant of their surroundings.
You will, if you don't mind, you can put it into. You can give it to me, and I'll make sure that it's safe. If we were to talk business moving forward, I agree that we would need a better place to discuss. But for now, just for the ending of our agreement, you can leave it as it is. Trust me.
Okay, so Jonathan's going to put it on the platter, but he's going to leave it wrapped in the cloak, taking the cue from Thalen.
And Tristan is very much showing that he is a commoner who's had no connection with the academy and is just feels a little cowed by their prestige. If anything, maybe a little kind of embarrassingly unknowledgeable of the situation.
Well, anything else besides payment? You said that you wanted information as well as a reward. What might be the nature of your request?
This delirium we continue to come across seems to affect more and more than I think many of us may have originally realized. And we see it used in various ways, often leading to less than ideal conditions. I think we are interested in understanding of the ability to reverse some of these less than desirable features.
Can I say your wish to see and to understand precisely what we as an institution, as an academy, are researching this very moment. I would say that our objective So far, it seems that they are in alignment, which is a good thing. You proved that you are capable, that you might be valuable agents if you are to work for. I would be willing to share some of my research, what I have been able to discover so far. And I might even may be a bridge between you and an archmage who's interested in visiting Amberwood very soon.
I think we might be interested in an additional meeting if that is something you could arrange. Is this individual one that could, say, provide more information, or will they also require further payment?
My master and mentor, the highest authority, the leading on the research about the Delirium phase, and I will be glad to present you to him so he can, if anyone able to answer the questions that you have, should be him.
It seems all, I suppose, well and good. Do we agree? And Thalen will kind of look around for some form of affirmation from the group.
Yeah. But give us one moment, would you, River? We just got to confer. We got to double check. And I guess we all huddle up. And Veldra will bring forward, like, hey, I'm totally down with, seeing what they have to offer. They're probably the most well-versed in navigating this sort of thing. But is this like the same sort of deal as like we just had with the lanterns? Should we be... Is this us getting in bed with them, per se? Is this like or is this just a greeting? Is this just a handshake, meet and greet thing? Like, what do you guys want to get out of this?
Jonathan is looking a little weary and it's like, I thought we were getting information. Now she's saying she's going to get us information about information.
Yeah, it does sound pretty wizardry. That's kind of how they talk, though. It's a lot of, this leads to that sort of thing. But I'm sure there's probably gold at the end of the rainbow. There'd have to be, right? I guess the question
Jonathan
is also
just raises one eyebrow.
Yeah. You're the only one who's seen rainbows before, Eldra. We don't work with these people.
That is true. That is true. Let's see. So we looking for expressively what we are looking for is a lead on. And Veldra starts kind of stammering and talking in circles around.
We want to know how to cure the contamination.
Oh, yes. Contamination of not certainly yourselves and the terrible power which you possess, but the countryside, correct?
Can a monster be turned back?
Oh, yeah. Yes. Can a monster be turned back? Okay. Redemption. It would be powerful and arcane in nature. In my experience, there's not. And Veldra's hemming and hawing. There doesn't seem to be a redemptive bone in the across the entirety of the of the academic pursuits of the Amethyst Academy. They are pretty heavy-handed in their disciplines. I've seen some junior scribes submit incorrectly formatted briefs, and let me tell you, they don't get asked back. So I don't know.
Are you saying that we need to go with them now, or we'll never get a chance again?
I'm not necessarily saying that. I'm worried that. What am I worried? What is Veldra worried about? Chad's worried that the group is signing on with the Amethyst Academy because they think that's what Chad wants. But that is not the case. So what would Veldra say in order to caution her newfound friends that, hey, maybe they're not all they're cracked up to be, or maybe they might be shining us on? Because that's something I would do to some stupid rubes. But they're really smart, so maybe they think we're stupid rubes. And Veldra's mad about that. It's not a stupid rube. It sounds like a good deal.
Jonathan
That's what a rube would think.
But nevertheless, he's concerned about the offer of information to give information. Seems.
Yeah.
Not what we signed up for.
And Tristan is worried because he's noticing that Veldra is worried, and just had assumed that the wizards in the academy that all the magical smart people go and study with, that they would have the answers and that this would be the best way to do this. And now it's maybe I was being too naive.
Ute.
This is the inflection moment.
Rube.
And we all look at Thalen.
Yeah. No pressure. No pressure.
I have
We
yet to get a sense that we have signed up for anything. But I do agree that she offered something that she has not given and has slowly dodged around. So maybe there is a middle ground that we can find here. Maybe an initial parlay, if you will, of information to show that she's willing to keep up her end of the bargain.
at least know what the topic of our research is. Even if it's not details, just something that to show that it would be worthwhile what she has.
Yeah.
And archmages seem very powerful and important. I don't know, Veldra, you... I've never seen one. Does an archmage just come to Emberwood?
You know, in my lengthy and well-informed first-hand experience, total lie. It does seem peculiar, and it does seem kind of fanciful. But if there would be anything that would draw their attention, it's clearly this situation. You know, that's why they're here. So that might be. I think you are onto something though, Thalen. We should probably question some of the topic of the research, because we're making the sale already, so we're already flush with some walk around money, and we got some nice bottles that we can enjoy. We can toast to our success. And if we get to any sort of, if you're approached about any arcane branding or contract signing, just hold off and let me look over it, and we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Okay.
So Jonathan looks at everyone and says, so let's get the information she has, get our payment, and leave it open.
Beautiful. Excellent. And hands in the center, and...
Break.
Yes, River. Thank you for the time. We've come to a consensus here. Your offer to share in your the information you've gathered via your research is very tantalizing, as well as the introduction to the Archmage when they come through. We would like. Could we just get just a quick look? Could you talk to us about the focus and scope of your research, perhaps, to see if it is applicable to our own pursuits? We want to make sure we're not, crossing the streams per se, because if we don't want to try to mix our theses together, like that might be weird. We should probably arrive at our own independent conclusions. So let's just, kind of spitball.
When you go back to where you were first meeting her, let's say you were in a table, right? In a dining table, and you went to the corner of the room and then you came back. She is with a notebook open, and she is using a feather to write things down, and then she cuts off one of the pages and she folds it and she hands it to you, and she says, "Of course, I have much of my findings that I would gladly share. I see no problem with it, especially with those who truly seem to not only be capable but also willing to help further the Academy's goals. By the way, this is the agreed upon amount, plus some little extra to cover your expense."
I'll reach out for the payment and have it probably fall to the table. I'll try and slide it over to Jonathan's side of the table. It's bunching up the cloth, the dining room cloth that's on it as it drags across.
Obviously, she doesn't have one sack with 1,000 gold pieces, right?
Sign on it, big.
But it's pretty heavy,
Yeah, and then I'll open the piece of paper that she handed to the little note, and I'll do a tentative well, yeah, let me look at it. Very, very leery about it, very cagey.
You can see that in the note is written, "Meet me in the basement of the Eventide Manor. Past midnight.
Okay.
Be discreet."
Oh, okay. Oh, this is interesting. These are some interesting findings. Yeah, I could see the application for that, and that would be a great boon to the continent as a whole. And these efforts should be pursued by all available and interested parties. Most certainly, I will. Yeah, you've given me a lot to think about. And Veldra will fold this up into smaller pieces and then shove it in her mouth. And then she wouldn't swallow it, of course.
Yeah, keep going.
I got nothing after that. I'm chewing.
I guess we're done, Veldra?
Yes. That concludes. I think that concludes our dealings, our one-time business dealings. Thank you for the opportunity. We will go our separate ways now. I think it's also probably pretty apparent to all of you guys that the caginess Veldra had going into it, and then after getting slid this piece of paper, the immediate and familiar lies espousing and shit talkery that you've seen her dispense to the cult folk and the lantern folk. The gear shift, I think, was notable for everybody.
Yeah. Okay. Something's up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Jonathan looks at Tristan just like, what is going on?
You'll hear in your head, in your own voice, as I give you kind of weird eyes, that you hear your own voice say, "We have lots of questions to ask Veldra when we get outside."
And Jonathan gives a knowing look to Thalen too. It's like, and then
Are
he
we
gets up and
done
walks out.
here, Veldra?
Jonathan's already walked away.
It was nice meeting you, River. Perhaps we'll meet again. Maybe I. Let us know if you have any information about the corruption, and I'll follow Jonathan at the door.
Of course.
Yes, a pleasure.
Veldra will do a sheepish like wave, and then be the last one out, and then I don't know, close the curtain door behind her. As soon as out of eyesight, you will see Veldra go. I think that went well, guys. You think that? I think that went well. Pretty smooth. Pretty
You
smooth.
really hungry, Veldra?
For knowledge, yes. Yeah. Maybe we should. Yeah, we should go. I mean, retire to a meal, and I would be happy to share the research that was given to us. And I'll discreetly relay the information of the note about to the party that I think not just I, it would make sense to be a we, are contracted with another clandestine sort of meeting location at the basement of the Eventide Manor. Perhaps for another job, again at midnight, so I think we might have gotten another job if we want to pursue it, but we can take that as it comes.
Is she gonna share us? So she didn't give you any information. Are you saying that the information will be in the basement?
I don't know. That's kind of this is the thing that I was kind of worried about, is that, not unlike the lanterns were saying, so long as we keep doing the thing that they want, they will keep giving us stuff, but maybe not what we need, They seem to have a lot of gold, so they're more than happy to spend that. Which, don't get me wrong, is a boon, but I mean, if they could fix this corruption, wouldn't they have been? I mean, and then Veldra will immediately reverse herself, but that would have to be something that they'd want to keep hidden, because they wouldn't want to share that, because if you do have access to that knowledge, that's gonna play your hand. Or at least it's going to force you to do that, because you're like, well, why aren't you using this to help the situation? Because there might be extenuating circumstances to not doing so. And then Veldra's spiraling out of control, trying to...
Are you insinuating that perhaps the reason that they have all of this powerful knowledge is that they don't share the powerful knowledge, and rather keep it as a power itself? And we should be wary of that? Of not actually being told anything?
Man, yeah, you got to keep the rabble from having access to stuff that they, don't deserve, and that would be a danger to them to have, which wouldn't be us. But
I'll look
I
at my
don't know.
clothes.
Jonathan is on the edge of a rage.
Yeah, Veldra, in all intents and purposes, is like on the cusp of it. The math seems sound. If I just get 6 people under me, and I've got 3 right now, then we can start being our, our own executive managers of our own business in the Amethyst Academy.
Yeah.
I think she's right in the face of it because she feels like she feels like she's being played, but it just still seems like the best move for her. But
It's definitely the move that you are most used to because you're used to dealing with that.
Yeah, you just string them along and keep doing them.
Yeah.
All right,
What
so
is
we're going
the
to meet
relationship?
someone at the Eventide Inn at midnight, and
Oh,
I'm going to
Eventide.
have my axe out. If we don't get that information, as we were promised, heads are going to roll.
What is the time like between now and midnight? Like, what's the relationship?
There are still some hours to go. I would say that you reached Amberwood and you went straight to the hotel at around 4 or 5 in the afternoon. So now let's say now it's 6. Okay.
We have time for a long rest? We've been
7,
going
8.
forever.
10, 11. Yeah, you maybe you will get there. She didn't say midnight on point. She said past midnight. So.
That after.
No.
Do we want to be rested before we meet them, or do we want to meet them and then rest?
You can be.
I want to rest.
Yeah, you can be fully rested.
If Jonathan wants to rest, Tristan will want to rest.
Yeah. I definitely want to rest as well because I don't think we can mechanically do anything without resources going into whatever the next thing is.
Jonathan's ready to chop this person's head off.
But yeah, Tristan is still thinking that this is just going to be a meet. They're going to give us information, and then we're going to get to go to bed. So.
Okay, so where's the inn where we stay? It's the
Arcan Buzzard.
Yes.
Okay, as you are leaving the hotel first, I want you all to roll a perception or to tell me what is your best wish to instead.
Ooh. I'll always take the passive.
Lessons
I hate failing at a thing I'm supposed to be good at.
are.
I was looking at
I like rolling dice.
Yeah. We rolled the highest numbers.
All.
2 more 6s. Add them to the train.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Okay. 16 passive.
Correct.
For Veldra. Okay. Veldra, as you leave the hotel, you all have the feeling of being watched, observed. You all look around, yet see nothing. But Veldra, you notice, and someone, apparently someone very proficient in subterfuge, watching you from afar. They're not in Amberwood, but they are away behind some old destroyed building. Not in the vicinity, in the streets of Amberwood, but far away. When you look towards the direction, you see that there is a humanoid, medium-sized. You cannot see any details. They are dressed in all black, Delphi, they ran behind that building the moment you notice.
Okay. I'll lean over to Thalen as we're walking, and I'll say, "Did you see that guy over there? That fella?"
And seems pretty quiet to me. Where? He's gonna kind of start
Oh, don't look!
looking
Don't
around.
look!
Look.
I
Okay.
mean,
But like, if I was to look, what direction?
they'll just trying to be stiff. It would be, about, northeast, 30 degrees over your right shoulder, beyond the stacked crates, furthest way from the Zangabor bush that is growing along
What's north? Are we talking real north, or are you saying north is where I'm facing right now?
So north and gonna go into this diatribe of like, well, true north is actually, since the sundering doesn't, and Veldra's gonna get stuck with, just focus on the
Okay.
Zangabor bush.
That's enough.
That is known by
What did you
triplicate kettle.
see?
I think somebody's been watching, or somebody was watching us. I noticed that they noticed that I noticed us. And then they suspiciously kind of ran off. And your body's meant for running off. Like, if you had to run off from here, and where would you run?
Well, in general, I just run faster than everyone else, so it doesn't matter where I go, such that I am going somewhere. But in this village, I expect if I didn't want to be found, I would not stay in the village, and I would head somewhere out where there's less foot traffic. But I feel like everyone has been watching us since we've come into town. What makes you feel any different in this situation?
Maybe I've just got my hackles up. I get a little jittery, as you may or may not have noticed back there at the meeting. So I might just be blowing this whole thing out of proportion.
Did you say they ran off, or you had just perceived that someone was there, but there was no movement?
I saw them, and then I saw them. I did see them. I'm gonna presume actually I saw them menacingly disappear. Like the bus passes by and then they're gone.
Yeah.
I was like,
okay,
just like Batman.
Yeah, it's like,
okay. So, well, I suppose maybe it's best we keep our eye out. I feel like going to look for someone where we have no idea where they may or may not be is maybe a fool's errand, and we're all, I think, a little tired, but maybe it's best we keep our wits about us and maybe keep watch even while we're in town.
Most certainly. It might not be as safe a haven as we thought it was. And Velder will go in immediately so we'll keep an eye out for, and then relay the most nondescript humanoid in a dark cloak and most unhelpful information. Is like, they definitely look like every human that travels. So keep an eye out for those. But definitely human. I know that much.
We proceed on to the hotel. Not the hotel, I forgot what it's called.
Bark and Buzzard.
The Bark and Buzzard.
Bark and Buzzard.
Yeah, let's tuck in. Because the Eventide Manor is like the ghost house outside of town, I think.
Yeah. Where the kids saw a witch.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. As you go to the Barking Buzzard, everything's pretty normal. If you have the time to calculate how much you were paid by the river, you find out that you actually received more than the agreed on. She did mention that she would pay for your expenses, right? And you see that not only the 1,000 gold of the crystal of Delirium was paid, but also an extra of 250 gold. Okay?
Damn.
A room on the Barking Buzzard costs 2 gold pieces. So if you all reduce that, I don't know if you will have.
So add the
Maybe
gold
we
we
should-
got and then reduce it.
Yeah.
I think the smartest way to do this is if we'll just split, like everybody add 312 gold to their character.
Okay.
312 gold and 5 silver, or whatever it is.
Yeah.
And then we can go from there. Oops. Don't create an item. Plus 27.
And then -2 for the hotel, the lodging.
Beautiful. I should actually amend this since that one was sold. Save. I mean, that being said, too, since we did get a big payday, we also got we still got a bunch of chips and frags, I think, but I don't know how
Yeah.
excited anybody would be to sell them.
Yeah, I think I got 6 and 2 between the 2 various ones from within the underground area.
I think
Rat's Nest.
I think the total count I have for the whole party thus far is 23 chips, 5 fragments.
Does that
and one-
include the ones that I had picked up from by the effigy thing?
Maybe.
So I've got 6 chips and 2 fragments
I don't
in
think
my
that does,
inventory.
because I had all of that, but except I gave 1 frag to Thalen, and I gave 1 chip to Veldra. So I had 22 and 4, because I was just keeping them in my pouch. But I gave them to you before you went and talked to the zealots, in case that would help in your.
Oh yeah.
You're making friends, and you did your little trip.
Mute.
Jonathan looks around and says, "We can sell this delirium later. Let's go to sleep."
But I'm pretty sure the 22 does include the 5 that we got when we first jumped into the rat's nest, just not the things that happened last session.
Okay.
Figure out how to distribute those later.
Nice.
Yeah, up until now, Tristan was just taking them because he has a little like a satchel across his chest that he just puts them in glass vials and keeps them there.
Proper. But yeah, let's tuck in for a meal and a rest, and then yeah, what next do you guys want to get up to after this? Are we going the Eventide Manor route, or I mean,
Max out.
Jonathan is focused. I love it. I'm hemming and hawing all over the place, doubling back on myself. I long for the simplicity of the clarity of focus.
I think we get we see what it is that they have to show us, and then we go avenge Zippy.
Beautiful. Here.
This is out above, I guess, table. Did you guys want to go see the crone, the something
Oh yeah, we're
for
gonna have to do
getting
that.
contamination cured?
We can do
Yeah,
that.
we need to do that before we avenge Zippy.
Yeah, before we avenge. So we
Oh,
can do that
yeah.
after the meeting.
If we're gonna be there, that's basically right by.
Do we
Do a
have
little double.
anyone contaminated right now?
I have
Two.
one level of contamination.
One level, perfect. I know that you have some things on your subclass. Let me just see. I think you have to make a Constitution save, right? Immune to corruption. If a spell such as contamination. Perfect. The contaminated fury is the damage. Yes. So Jonathan, please do a con save.
Whammies, no whammies.
Seems like a good start.
Yeah.
Hold your barf.
Actually, my bad. It wasn't a save. It was a d20. So I'll consider that it was a 14. Okay. It's just a d20 roll without. Okay. Every time you take a long rest while contaminated, you ride your subclass, you don't gain any resistance to this effect. But every time you sleep, you have to roll a d20 because you have the risk of gaining more and more contamination levels. So far, you still have the 1. It's not like exhaustion that goes away on a long rest. Actually can get worse on a long rest.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Okay.
long rest.
Yep.
Long rest.
Let's
You
go.
can all long rest, and the first place you will go will be the manor house, right?
Can we take a quick break?
Yes, we can.
Okay, I'll be right back.
So
Oh yeah, I'll go get a bite.
Jonathan's gonna cut up a archmage. Isn't that right? Isn't that what's about to happen?
We'll see. I'm taking cues. But if we don't get any information,
Can I retroactively say before the long rest, as we're walking over, Jonathan in his head will say, "Don't forget to talk to Thalen,"
yeah.
because that's the last time I might be able to give you telepathic.
Okay. Around 6 hours after your encounter, you all wake up. It's past 3. The city is quiet. The night is dark. No moonlight shining and illuminating the village. It's very, very dark. Perfect situation for you to decide to delve deep. What do you do? Remember that River asked you to be discreet.
Yeah, I would say, based on us being observed and what we noticed when we left that hotel before, Thalen would kind of give cues that we should kind of make a circuitous way there and as stealthy a way as possible. So you'll kind of like see him kind of look both ways as they exit the door and then kind of slink off in kind of the shadows.
I don't know. I rolled a 5 and a 12 when I woke up. So as we're walking out, kind of following Thalen, I whisper to Jonathan, like, "Jonathan!" And I lift up my shirt, and you see there like shell-like growths on my body. And then I quickly hide it before other people see. So I have a +1 bonus to AC. And I'm horrifyingly to look at. I'm a monster!
You got barnacle abs, dog.
No free lunch.
Yep. The other option was molting, painful blisters and welts, and multicolored lesions appeal all over your skin. Burst and peel off painfully, exposing rust. So I opted for not that one.
I'll take
Wow.
not the agony one, please.
Yeah.
Jonathan looks very concerned and signs, Are you okay?
I have no idea. And I'll just say that back. This is all very new. I only just barely started mutating.
Jonathan pats him on the back and then walks up next to Thalen. And as we're walking, Jonathan's going to very quietly whisper to Thalen, "What are you hoping we get out of this?"
This? Do you mean going to see River again?
Well, yes, that, and also the greater this. Jonathan's not very eloquent.
As Thalen kind of comes up, like with his back up against a building, kind of looking both ways again, kind of trying to be as stealthy as possible as we make our way. Is now like the best time to have this conversation? Maybe when we're not trying to actively not be seen or heard.
Jonathan's going to sign to Thalen, even though he knows he doesn't understand it. You should learn sign language.
And like this was like right in my face or like discreet.
In between.
Okay. I don't think Thalen will openly react to that, but he will continue leading the group on to the Mary something No, the Evertide Manor. Is that where we're going?
Here,
Yeah.
a reminder. You have seen it as part of Emma Crow's guiding tour of the village, but maybe you have heard a rumor or two, but you just know that it's an old manor that was burned down. Important. The kids say that it's haunted, that there are ghosts. Some swear that they saw ghosts walking, doors and windows opening and closing on their own, so a very mysterious place.
And did she say that we were supposed to meet her in like the basement? Something like that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Veldra will nod.
Veldra ate the directions. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
There was mention about, I guess we would have all talked about this too before bedding down for the night. I guess no, we all rented individual rooms. I was thinking, I was like, it was just, all in one room, just crammed in there. Yeah, that there was the the explicit instruction to be discreet, but then we had the tail that was already on us, so we might have already violated a thing without our express knowledge, sort of deal.
While we're moving, do we notice anyone about at all? Or is it completely quiet?
The village is completely quiet. Maybe if you decide to pass in front of the skull and sword, you would see that there is still a ruckus, a kerfuffle going on in there. But the streets, especially on the south side of the city where the manor is, are let me know
So yeah,
when you
I
go.
think when we
Are you there?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, Tristan's
should.
letting Veldra take the lead on academy stuff.
Okay, so let me just sure that all is good, and let me bring you to Eventide Manor. Okay, since the streets are quiet, it's not required for you to make stealth checks. As far as you can tell, no one let me. It's all well and good, except that I'll transition to dark. I will say that you don't need stealth checks because there isn't anyone in the streets. If you, now that you know that there are people lurking in the sides and watching you from afar, if you want to do stealth rolls, that situation particular to you.
I would have said as we were heading out, knowing that we had been watched, that was the intention of kind of our approach, both through moving through town and then probably even more so once we got there. At least that's what Thalen is doing.
Yeah, Veldra will second that as well on the side of trying to confiding in Thalen originally at the beginning that there's somebody watching us. Kind of trying to do the same sort of deal, being vigilant and trying to do some circuitous routes. I'll lean into Thalen and ask, what do you think we should split up and then come back here independently if we have a tail? Like force it to follow one of us? Maybe?
Is this as we're walking over, as opposed to before we got there? Or are you thinking while we're there?
Actually, yeah, because we're already here. If we split
Yeah.
up right now, that'd be weird. Disregard. A great
Okay.
idea that should have been thought of hours ago.
I did ask.
That is true. And the other thing too, it's pitch black.
If you guys want, you can light up torches and it will make it easier for you to see in the darkness, but the map is the way it is because, again, moonless night, dark.
Truth. I think yeah, why don't we just try and feel our way in? Maybe pick our way around back. Like top this fence, let's go around the side yard. Kind of see what's happening.
Yeah.
All right.
So I think Thalen will kind of lead the way. Kind of try to find kind of a good way in.
I think I could also. I mean, it's pretty early for it, but I think I'll cast Pass Without Trace on all of us as soon as we hop this like fence sort of thing here. I think there's a fence. It's so dark I actually can't tell.
No,
Yeah.
there is no fence.
Okay. Where is my button?
Feel free, explore the map.
I can't see anything, Jonathan.
Neither can I. Jonathan pulls out his axe and kind of is walking with it over his shoulder and is like, "It's very dark. Can someone cast light on my axe?"
Veldra will whisper alongside him. It's like, once we're out of the front yard, just mind your footing. It helps you see, but it also helps you be seen, you know? And then Veldra will trip over something immediately. Fall on the ground.
Thalen will kind of continue leading the way in slowly.
The manor house is in shambles. There are just no wall that it's still in one piece. Any holes in there is almost no ceiling. The second floor doesn't exist anymore. There are the small parts that still have a ceiling are all. There are many holes in there. You see here what could be a dining room. The table is turned over. There is a chandelier on the ground. The place is lit of the cave.
Do we have a light yet?
Okay. I'll yeah, we're out of. Well, over here a little bit, Jonathan. What? I'll take care of Jonathan if.
Wait! Don't
got
necessarily do that. I think I learned something. I think I can manipulate something. I don't know if it's a good thing, but I'm feeling more attuned with this mist. And I'll close my eyes, and my veins will start glowing a little bit, and then the mist that's probably just very wispy here starts to come together into these little novas, and I'm going to cast dancing lights
Ooh.
at
sick.
various points around the room, far away from us, just giving 10 feet of dim light, of like purple swirling mist. And then, yeah, I'm just going to have them kind of not near us necessarily, but kind of slowly moving and illuminating things. Yeah.
Stuff like this.
Yeah, something like that.
Does it help?
What a beaut.
Okay. Since there is light in this room right now, you all hear sound of footsteps on the other side of this.
If it sounds like they're, do we have a sense, or do they sound like they're approaching, or it's just movement behind the door?
It's approaching. You can hear the sound of
Oh.
someone grabbing.
Salen's gonna make some hand motions, like, to kind of indicate to like be quiet and hide, and he's gonna try to slink off somewhere.
Yep. And
nondescript.
Tris is going to stay in the dark and kind of crouch down, but I am going to move one of the motes of light to the door so that whoever opens it will be in the light.
Okay.
And Jonathan's gonna move up near the door.
Yeah. Jonathan, when you were going, the moment you were going to that side, the door opened and you were face to face with someone, with a person. Let me see. Oh no, I think if I show you the artwork that way, it will reveal the name. So let me think. Yeah, okay. You see a elf with its hair to the back of its head, pointy ears, some tribal-like tattoos on the chin and on the neck, wearing leather armor, and with finesse weapons on its side. It is holding a lantern. It opens the. It goes face to you. I don't know if you, Jonathan, will be how your reaction will be, but the elf is clearly surprised. She takes a step back and puts her hand on the sword, but she doesn't draw the sword yet. She says, "Ah! So you must be the ghost of Eventide Manor."
Jonathan says, "Good evening. I am not ethereal, but please leave your sword at your side."
Okay. Veldra, you're seeing this, right?
Correct.
You recognize that she is the person who was observing.
Oh,
She's
so
wearing-
it was an elf.
She was wearing the same cloak, but this time with the hood to back to her back.
I think after seeing that, I will.
And she answers Jonathan, "I will." She drops the sword, but you keep that axe to yourself as well.
Sounds like a deal.
I'll sneak up alongside Jonathan here in the door frame, and I'll try and catch his attention on the shoulder, and I'll sign to him that this was the person following us. Grab him? Question mark.
Jonathan signs back with one hand because he has one hand on his axe. They seem friendly.
There's
Jonathan steps into the room and says, "Hey, what's your name?"
As Tristan sees Jonathan step in, I'm going to send all of the dancing lights into the room to illuminate so that Jonathan fully has a field of vision of anything that's in the room.
The creature is holding a lantern. I don't know if it's showing.
Okay.
It's not really illuminating the room.
But yeah, I would kind of push them out to the corners so that there's no one hiding to ambush Jonathan.
Okay, let me do that.
You like the idea of like just moving them all like so many fireflies, like
Yeah, just
flowing and then spreading out.
Yeah.
Okay. Easy there, okay? And normally is respectable if you give first before asking others.
I guess we come from different cultures.
Veldra will walk in at that moment too and say, also, we weren't spying on you. So I think you probably already know our names.
Guilty. But it has nothing to do with now. It's different. At that point, I saw you entering the city with a very suspicious package. You know, I'm looking for something. If it's in the city, walk to the village from that direction carrying. But I don't think it is what.
Jonathan walks right up to this elf and says,
Hey,
"All right, enough shady business. Tell us your name."
I'll give you just one warning. You don't want to mess with big guy.
Jonathan says,
Don't push it.
"I ate beef stew."
Congratulations. But my name is Yute. Now I can show you the image.
Okay. Looks kind.
And Jonathan says in a friendly voice, "All right, well, that's better. Yute, nice to meet you."
I was here investigating the ghosts. Was it? Saw the doors opening on their own. That's weird. Usually happen. So what gives? And then I came here and then I saw you. Do you know why behaving like that? Some secret? Why are you surrounding me right now? I would appreciate
Well, yeah.
if everyone keeps personal space. Thanks for another.
Well, Understood, Ute. But as you said yourself, these doors are kind of opening on their own whims and accords. There might be something nefarious afoot. Thankfully, there's some like-minded individuals, some curious citizens that have come here to investigate. Perhaps it would be better if we all stick together,
Well, I think
Jonathan takes Veldra's lead and steps up next to Ute and says, I always stand this close to my friends. Are we not friends?
Social pressure.
we definitely hail from different cultures. I'll tell you this. We'll leave you to it. In our house. Whatever it is that you aim to do. Let me go and I'll go in peace. Good?
I mean, that seems reasonable. Yeah. You haven't done anything to us to harm us. But don't you want to get to the bottom of what's happening here in this house? I thought you came to investigate. We should get to the bottom of it.
Well, I'm pretty sure you will find out you are so capable, so successful, being an adventurer.
I mean, skill's one thing, but there's a lot to be had by having. There's a lot to be gained by having friends and sharing in the spoils that could come of this great glory. And you seem the type that is, suited for adventure. Taking note to the the relatively well-defined abs of Oot, the strong musculature.
Jonathan says, we can definitely report back to you. Where can we find you?
Well, I really feel socially pressured. Hey, Dalen.
Valen is sneaking around the back.
Yeah, roll stealth for us. You are not within 30 feet from Veldra's Pass Without Trace, so it's just your normal stealth.
Oh man, I don't even know where you are. I have zero idea.
Okay. Dalen, the something that you saw where you are in the map that the others don't know didn't notice you because you are so stealthy. That something is with its ear close to the door, listening to the conversation. And that's something. How can I show you? I'll send it to you on Discord.
I can kind of. I think based on what I can see right now, I think I kind of have a sense.
I send it to you in one word. I'll get
Valen's
to...
gonna kind of
Okay.
freeze there, and you can go back to the other.
You're just they're observing, right?
And just a reminder, I have to leave in 3 minutes.
Oh,
Snap.
I mean, this is a fun standoff.
Yeah, this is a great tense, like, who is what? And because then we don't know, but now we all know.
Yeah.
But I'm excited.
let's just see. 3 minutes. Can we?
3 minutes, yeah.
We'll try it. So Jonathan and Veldra and Tristan, you are there as well. Ute turns around and takes another step, but this time she goes more haste away from you, and she says, "Listen, I have this social awkward. I don't really enjoy this much face-to-face thing that you seem to enjoy. I'll be taking my leave now. You have fun investigating the ghosts. Maybe we'll see each other at the Skull and Sword and have some drinks, okay? Ciao."
Jonathan yells, "See you at the Skull and Sword!"
Yeah. Veldra kind of follows, but still far enough away.
Okay.
Be like, okay, let it.
Valerie, I don't know if you're seeing, but she goes towards this back exit, the house. Jonathan, you can make a perception check, and Talon, you will see that after hearing that person behind the door is trying to move away as well.
Yep. As Veldra moved out and the person left, Tristan will walk in the door upon Jonathan shouting out and be like, "I will not be going to the Skull and Sword."
Over my dead body.
Yeah.
Seeing just Tristan comes in, Veldra will then kind of say, "Where's Dalen?" And go to look out the door. Like,
So you
is he with you?
He's very sneaky. I don't usually keep track of him.
Huh.
But in short, everyone is trying to leave. We'll all allow
Okay.
them to go. Belger,
I mean,
you can
yeah.
also roll on perception.
Oh, okay. I need this. Perception is here.
Okay. Behind this door, right on top of you, you hear another foot. So in total, there were 3 people that you could perceive. The one that you talked to, the one that Balin was behind, and yet another. There was one talking to you, and 2 others behind each door, at the ready. If the things escalated, they would certainly be there to help.
Okay.
I'm so sorry. I have to cut out early because I made plans at 6, so we gotta go.
No,
But if you want
worry.
to finish 15 minutes, just fill me in later.
Okay.
I'm fine with not.
Yeah.
I
You're
think-
totally.
Enjoy your date.
Yeah.
Or your
Okay.
Your
Bye,
plans.
y'all.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, Sarah.
Bye.
If you guys want to wrap things up right here, you still haven't found the basement. You still have found the river.
True. I mean, we
can
could.
look for the basement.
Yeah, we could explore and just kind of, because I think that was, I think above table. This is the introduction to the. I mean, those are all the Queen's men. They gotta be right if they're hanging out at the Skull and Sword.
Yeah.
So, this was our opportunity to either. They were picking around here, or they probably had us marked because we just did the big job. They weren't here for.
Yeah.
Investigating our involvement with the Amethyst Academy, or maybe insofar as they know the Academy pays well, so maybe that could have been a thing, but I think it was just the chance meeting to see how we would handle it.
Tristan knows that if they're going to be at the Skull and Sword, that they're people that I want to not be associated with, if not destroy, because they stand for everything that I don't stand for.
True. I mean, the other thing too is like,
Dalen is slowly making his way back to where he knows you all are during this above table conversation.
Yeah.
and we'll
And-
convey that there was an additional person kind of slinking in the background
oh my!
that
Where were you?
seemed to lead.
Oh, okay. Phelan. Oh, yes. Whistle or wear a bell or something. And I'll move
We were
forward into
trying
the
to be
light.
quiet.
Yeah, well, you ruined that.
Veldra will give a little like nod, a little wink, and like very slippery. Like it.
Well, whoever it was, they seemed to be with whoever you were talking with, and they left somewhat abruptly.
Hmm.
How did things go here?
It was a little tense. There was some, a very reasonable conversation with what I think would have been an unreasonable individual. They had a kind of, I don't know, not to judge a book by its cover, but they had a similar build and perhaps dangerous belligerence about them that would be, I think, maybe at home with Jonathan. Nope, Jonathan, no need to protest. No, it's not. It's not like that. It was a single-mindedness.
He meant it as a compliment, Jonathan. Don't worry.
Yeah,
Please continue, Veldra.
they were very cordial, and reasonable in all their stances. But I still got the ick from it. You got the ick too, right, Jonathan? We felt similar icks. Although I guess,
I felt it through the wall. I could hear it in their voice.
yeah. Jonathan probably didn't get the ick after getting the name. Jonathan's
Yeah.
probably like, so like, we're friends now. It's
Yeah.
totally legit.
So, do we think they're coming back, or do we need to decide to come back at another time?
We came here discreetly. We're here discreetly. Let's try to find this damn basement.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mhm.
I think that they were here under their own accord, or at least on our behalf. I'll mention that I heard, I heard 2 sets of footprints or whatever, or footsteps creaking on the other side of this door. And if you said there was other folk here, then they were scoping out something for some reason. But let's just, case the joint, get a lay of the land, and then we can kind of go from there. And I guess we could go loud with lights now, and since we're inside, and just kind of do the whole shebang.
Mhm.
We're already exposed. We might as well be exposed just once and not also come back tomorrow.
Yeah.
Thalen would cast light on. I don't think he has a staff yet, so it would be one of the weapons that he has on him.
Mhm. Okay, I'll step up and say that you can take your time, 10 or maybe 20 minutes to explore the manor house. You can see the map. The map is pretty detailed, but there isn't anything of interest anywhere besides the basement. And the basement,
Okay.
it's next to the entrance that you took. So in the south part of the map, you will see that there is a closed door between the entrance and the left wing, the manor house. Is the stairwell down to the.
How big is this map? My goodness.
It's a manor.
Yeah, I guess.
I believe you can open the door. I believe that if you walk if everything is configured correctly, if you walk to the
You did the regions.
yeah.
Nice.
That's a fun module.
Oh yeah,
Wow.
if it worked. Right?
Mhm.
Yep.
Nice.
And we're 10 feet down. Oh man, elevation.
So, here shall be River. I don't know if I have a token for her, but she is down here, and she welcomes you. Well, glad you find your way here. Hope you didn't let anyone see you get in here. I believe this is a very discreet place where we can talk business. No plainness. So, you want to reverse the monstrous transformation, right? And now this is important stuff. This is where we're gonna end.
Yeah, especially since that's Jonathan's thing.
Exactly.
I like it.
Hmm.
Beaut.
Love it.
Well, excellent. Lovely session, boys.
Yeah, thank you,
boys,
Mario.
boys and girls.
Appreciate it.
You enjoyed?
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
ready to come in hot with my new toys. I was